What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. What's up, Kevin? All right. What's up, people? Hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm listening to a little Pandora while I chat with you guys. Feel free to ask any questions you might have or want to chitty chat about. All right. Yeah, I need to work on a little bit of projects for myself. Lights, pause, and I'm alone. It chills me to the bone. Yeah, I actually do, Kevin. Um, whether it's buying, original published art or anything, people are allowed to kind of treat that as a layaway thing. Usually, the way it works is whether it's, they're wanting to order a commission and just make payments on it. Basically, the way it works is if it's a commission, I don't start on the commission. It doesn't officially go on my commission list until it's paid in full, of course. Um, and it's usually around like a 50% down kind of thing. So let's say you're trying to get, let's say you're wanting a full body, full background piece on a sketch cover or Bristol board, and let's say it's $200, $300 piece. Let's say it's a $300 piece with color and everything. It would cost you, um, you know, pretty much like half down up front, or at least a good portion of it down up front. So if it's a $300 commission, you can make payments of like $100 until it's paid off. That way it gets paid off relatively quick. And you can take, a week to pay it off. I mean, 2 weeks to pay it off, or you can take a month to pay it off. You can take however long you want to pay it off. It's just, it doesn't officially go on the commission list until it's paid in full, and then it immediately goes on the commission list. So we do have that kind of thing. So, now the other thing to that, because just to keep people from playing games, um, it is non-refundable. So once you start the payment, once you make that first payment, that payment is no longer refundable. You have to finish out the agreed upon, contract. Um, and that's just because I don't have time to go back and try to keep up with what people might be doing or what they're wanting to do. And I don't have to, and in that way, because most artists don't do payment plans. So it's just to kind of keep people, being honest and not, wasting people's time. Um, if you're getting a head sketch and you're wanting, it's $100, you can pay 50 and 50, so we can always do things like that, but it is definitely one of those things that it's not, um, it's not a, dragged out thing. Like, I mean, it does have to be paid in a respectable time frame, but it doesn't have to be paid immediately. Um, if that makes sense. And that's just to kind of, but yep, I do that. The same applies to buying, finished product, for like covers and things like that. That's already, drawn. I've got people that do payment plans on those. So yeah, I try to work with people and give them, the opportunity to buy things. What's up, Mr. Mike? What's up, Cameron? But yeah, I do layaways and payment plans for stuff. It just all has to be done in a respectable time manner. Yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah, just hit me up, Kevin. Yeah, I mean, I know the majority of artists out there don't do that, and again, I can understand because it can be a hassle, but there's a lot of people can't afford to just slap down you know two, three, four, $500 on the down commission, so. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of artists out there I'd love to have some commissions from. And I wish like hell they did payment plans, but they don't. There's definitely some out there that that I would love to get something from. But yeah, they don't do that. And like I said, I mean, I'm not trying to bash them or anything. I do understand why. Oh, ooh, Spider-Man Noir. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just hit me up. Black and white, with gray tones. That'll run you like $100 plus shipping. So it's like like 110 or something like that. Um, yeah, oh yeah. There's never anything wrong with asking. What's up, Danny? Yeah, there's never anything wrong with asking. If somebody does that. Because yeah, definitely all they can say is no. But and like I said, I think a reason a lot of artists say no on it because they just don't want to deal with if somebody tries to back out on them and want their money back. But see, I have that clause in mind. I don't mind working with people, but I'm not doing refunds. I don't do refunds ever. I'm not playing that game because sadly, if you do refunds, especially as an artist, you get a lot of flaky people that won't stand by their word when they order something. So it's just not worth the headache, And like I said, that's why you see a lot of artists not doing it because they don't want to deal with that. I just have an automatic clause that, yeah, oh, sure, I'm happy to work with you and let you do payments, but I'm not doing refunds. If you decide to back out at some point, you're backing out. I'm big on keeping your word. And for me, that's part of keeping your word. You're occupying time on my commission list. You're occupying time on, my mind, trying to remember to get this done and that done, or to touch base with this person or that person. And so it's a lot of extra work. So yeah, I don't blame some people for not wanting to mess with it, but you know, I mean, art is just one of those things. You can't operate on the refund playground. You just can't. Sadly, like I mentioned, there's too many people that will use that as buyer's remorse. You know, now don't get me wrong. If I draw something and for some reason, let's say I'm having a bad day and it's just not coming out the way I want, and then the fan doesn't like it, I'll redraw it. I have no problems with that. I'll redraw it. I'll do my best to make someone happy. But I'm just not going to play those games that some people want to do, and having buyer's remorse, is definitely one of those things where some people will take advantage of it. So you see it all the time on eBay, and I just don't have the time or energy to play that bullshit. It's not worth, it's not worth the hassle. It's going to be one of those kind of covers where it's a whole lot of stuff in darkness. I mean, I've been drawing since I was a kid, but up until about what, 6 years ago? No, 7 years ago now. I actually hadn't picked a pencil up in 10 years. And then 7 years ago, I decided I wanted to start drawing again. So I grinded art for anywhere between 2 to 4 hours a day, 7 days a week for a year straight, while I worked my other job. And then I started putting myself on social media and creating a persona, and did that for about another year while still working. And then I walked away from my 7.5 year career in the insurance world to do this full time. So I've been doing it full time now for 5 years. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of artists. What's up, Jason? Um, oh, Psycho Sal werewolf. That's cool. Oh, cold water, so good. Um, what was I saying? Um, so what was I saying? Yeah. There's a lot of artists, dude. Um, in the art world, comic world in general, that god damn, they got some sensitive ass skin. Um, someone asking, if someone comes to you and say, "Oh, I love your artwork. What's it cost for this or this?" and you tell them, and it's relatively expensive. There's nothing wrong with someone asking, "Okay, would you be willing to, could I make payments on it?" Now, where some people, maybe some artists are getting confused in the sense that they think that when you're asking that, you know, maybe they think you're referring to, you know, you draw it and then I'll pay you. Like, I mean, which I don't know why they would think that, but maybe that's part of it. But getting offended is just stupid. Um, it just is. I'm sorry. Somebody asking for if they can make payments, all you got to do is say no, thank you. It's not that big a deal. I don't know why some people get offended by some of this stuff. I really don't. It's just silly. Yeah. Because I mean, if you do it like I'm talking about, where you have the client pay, a reasonable fee down to where they're more inclined to commit to doing it. Because if you go, oh, just give me $20, nobody's really going to commit to that. But if you do it in the sense of, you know, um, if it's $100 thing and they got to pay half down, or if it's a $300 thing and they got to pay 100 down, they're more inclined to stay committed and finish it out. Yeah, there's no reason for anybody to be getting snotty or an attitude just because someone asks, would they do a payment plan? That's just stupid. But like I said, there's a lot of artists, sadly, that run around with this "don't you know who I am" mentality, and that you should be, you know, um, you should be grateful that they're even having a conversation with you. God, that shit just annoys the hell out of me. I just don't even know what goes through someone's mind that has that. I mean, and I've done it too. Like I've messaged some big names before because I wanted to get a commission from them, and even the way they talk to you in Messenger was very kind of dismissive and rudish feeling, and that's just so damn odd to me. You should be grateful any damn body's PMing you. And I mean, hell, if they answer, I mean, there's a lot of damn big names that I've PM'd, maybe wanting to hire them, for a cover of Psycho Sal or just to say, hey man, I love your work, you've been a big influence, etc. And then they not even want to and they don't even bother they don't even bother to reply. They'll read it and then don't even bother to reply. So it's the egos, man, the egos. I'm like, you're not shit outside this room, outside a convention hall. Nobody knows who the hell you even are, and you want to walk around and act like this holier than thou bullshit. You should be grateful anybody is a fan of yours. But it happens, man. It happens. It is definitely sad to see it happen. For anybody to be acting like they're, better than anybody sending them a message. I mean, like, come on, dude. In my opinion, a lot of artists and creators out there need a serious slice of humble pie and a wake up call. But that's a whole different ball game, whole different story. I mean, it's kind of the same reason you see that a lot of artists don't jump into other artists' live feeds and shit unless it's somebody that's a bigger name than them. And then they all of a sudden they'll jump in there and want to chitty chat. It's that same kind of thing there. Nobody else, anybody that might, be a little newer than them or a little smaller name than them, they don't bother themselves with those artists. It's the same reason you don't see big names commenting on our posts and stuff. Oh, congrats on your cover drop or congrats on your Kickstarter. That's the reason you don't see that happen. They don't give a shit about us. But now you let one of their other artists on their friends list that's got a bigger name than them. Oh, they'll be all over that kiss that ass syndrome right then for sure. They'll comment and shit on that one real damn quick. But anybody they feel is beneath them, they won't waste their time on. They won't share their content. They won't promote it. They won't talk about it. They won't even drop in to say hi. And of course, they'll blame it on shit like I don't have time and I can't, their favorite line, I can't, visit everybody. What the fuck ever. Yeah, you can. You just don't want to because you don't feel we are important. Let's just be honest about it. Hell, you can say that and I'll respect you for being honest. Because someday I will be on that level, or some of these other artists will be on that level, and we won't give you two shits of a shake. Never, for any of you guys that are new artists or up and coming, never shit on people. Never treat people like you're better than them. Because at some point, they could be bigger than you, and your ass is going to be begging for that attention then. Same thing goes to you comic shops and shit. A lot of and you Comic-Con promoters, you want to treat indie creators and up and comers as they don't matter. They don't bring you enough attention. You keep thinking that shit. Eventually, we will be that name. And then your ass will be begging us to come to your shit. Everyone deserves the same level of respect and courtesy. I don't give a shit if you've been in the business 10 minutes or 20 years. We all deserve it. We all grind and bust our asses just like to be honest with you, actually and truly, I'm sure I'm probably going to piss some people off with this, but to be honest with you, most of us up and comers, we bust our ass more than the vets do. I'm sorry, we do. We're not the ones showing up at Comic-Cons at 11 o'clock when it opened at 9:30. We're not the ones that leave early to go visit this place or that place, leaving fans standing in the line. We're not the ones who are constantly late and shit because we operate on a don't you know who I am time frame. I'm sorry. So, and I think a lot of times that's probably why a lot of them treat us the way they do is because they used to be us, and now they're not anymore. They're not working, and this doesn't apply to every superstar running around. So don't take that the wrong way. There's some out there that bust their ass just like we do, but let's just be honest. The majority don't. They ghost fans. They ghost retailers. They owe shit to. They just bullshit. A lot of them do. They can get pissed at me if they want to. I don't care. I done seen enough of them. The way they treat fans, the way they act towards fans at cons, and the way they show up late to cons because they superstars. So they can kiss my ass. Now, if what I'm saying doesn't apply to you, it doesn't apply to you. So don't get ass hurt. But there's a lot of artists out there that it damn sure applies to with their rude, condescending, snooty attitudes towards fans at shows. And like I said, fans standing in line at 10 o'clock when the con opens, waiting for them. They don't show up till noon because they slept late. So, yeah. A lot of folks need to eat some humble pie, man. But, that's also one of those things. The fans are what need to kind of give them a wake-up call. If they can't be respectful to you, stop buying their shit. It's really that simple. They can't be kind to you, stop buying their shit. I've seen a couple. Like I said, most artists are pretty nice at cons. There's a few, like I said, that have that "don't you know who I am" attitude. And so I mean it happens. Of course, I've worked in the casino world, I've worked in the club world. I've been around actors, I've been around politicians, musicians, tons of famous people way more famous than comic artists. And and I've never ever been able to wrap my head around that whole put somebody on a pedestal shit. They can talk to me and behave towards me however they see fit, and I let it slide because they're an actor or they're a musician. Hell no. Hell to the no. It's not happening. um, I mean, I'm one of those, whether it's my, and of course that's one of the things that hinders me a little bit in this industry too, though, to be fair. It is something that hinders me in this industry. I have not learned that kiss ass technique yet, to where I just automatically treat some of these other artists like they're holy shit walking around, kissing that ass, and then become, buddy buddy with them because I kissed the right amount of ass. I haven't been able to figure that one out yet. Um, and if you don't think that hinders you in this industry, you're severely wrong. It does. Having the technique, um, and I'm not saying anybody that does have the technique is a sellouter. I don't mean it that way. That's just the way the industry is. It's a very how important can you make me feel industry for some of these big names. Hence why you see some of them bitching and complaining because they had to drive themselves from a hotel, and they bitching and whining because somebody wasn't there to pick them up. Like I've heard that. I've heard that. Um, what's up, Nick? Yeah, see, I'm not playing that game either. I'm just not. If I walk up to your damn table and you're at a, okay, this is the way I view Comic Cons and artists and creators. Con starts at 10 o'clock. It ends at whatever time. Your ass is on the clock from the minute that you're sitting at your table to the minute you leave the con. You're there to sign. You're there to be interactive. You're there to promote. You're there to hustle. I'm not playing this I sign at so and so time bullshit. Not at your own table. Now, if you got a sign up that says I'll be at so and so table signing at such and such time, I can respect that. But if I walk up to your table and you got a sign that says you're not signing shit till a certain time that day at your table that you're currently sitting at, I won't be coming back and I won't be getting anything else ever signed from you either. It's stupid and it's bullshit. And it's disrespectful to the people that came to that damn show. Because that fan that came there, who knows that maybe they got to be at work at noon, or maybe they got to be at work at 3 o'clock, and they got to leave at 1 o'clock to go get. That's stupid. And if any of you do it, you're a dumbass. You're a selfish dumbass. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Get pissed at me. I don't care. If you're a damn artist that plays that stupid ass bullshit game, you can kiss my ass. It's disrespectful as hell to the fans. I'm sorry. It just is. They're there to see you. You're at your table, sign their shit and roll on. It takes you 2 seconds to sign somebody's damn stuff. Fans are what make this whole damn thing possible, and you're playing this stupid damn don't you know who I am bullshit. Whatever, asshole. I'm sorry, guys. You have to forgive me. I have zero tolerance and zero patience for people that want to play these stupid ass damn don't you know who I am games. That fan's time is just as important as that damn artist's time. Sign their shit and roll on. Jesus Christ on a cracker. I will. I'll walk away and never damn go back. I ain't playing that stupid ass shit. That's, to me, that is so damn disrespectful. You're sitting at that damn table. Sign that fan's stuff and tell them have a good day. Jesus Christ. Bullshit. It's bullshit. Excuse my language. I'm sorry. That is, and I've seen that too. And it's ridiculous bullshit. And if you're an artist doing it, I hope your fans walk away and never come back to you. I truly do. I hope they get a wake-up call one day and they never come back again. So damn disrespectful. Fans are important, dude. Like, I don't know why some people can't grasp that. Fans are important. They are the lifeblood of what we do. They make every ounce of it possible. I mean, I've said that many times. And then you want to act like somehow you're better than them? Just stupid. Yeah, there's some good ones. Like, yeah, definitely don't get what I'm saying. Like, nobody get it twisted. There are some good ones, out there that will spend time. Now, don't get me wrong. You can't sit there and just chat all day long to one fan while you got people waiting in line. You got to keep the line moving. That's for damn sure. But there's, you can take a second to give somebody 30 seconds to introduce themselves and give you a little praise or whatever it is they're trying to do. You can do that, and you're not, and it's not it's not a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with that, but sitting around and ignore. I mean, I've seen people walk up and and say hey to somebody, a creator, and the creator go, hey, I'm not seeing fans at the moment, and I'm like, what the hell? Your ass is at a Comic-Con. You're sitting at your table. What do you mean you're not seeing fans at the moment? What the hell ever? That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But like I said, that's on the fans to control. When you got somebody treating you that way, stop buying their shit. That's how you fix that. Take your money and put it somewhere else. Same thing with online sellers and stuff. If they're not shipping your product out in a timely manner, ghosting you on PMs and stuff, stop giving them your money. That's how you fix it. That's exactly how you fix it. And enough of you do that, you'll give a wake up call to some of these people, and they'll stop doing it. But that's all on you guys. That's you. You have to do that. There's too many great artists, too many great creators that will treat you guys with the respect you deserve and the kindness you deserve for y'all to be handing your money to assholes like that. Like, what's his name with his damn $100 a minute sketch? That's nothing but a money hungry, grubby ass damn person. And he's abusing your kindness and your fandom to play those stupid ass games. I ain't paying nobody no damn $100 a minute to draw shit. I don't care who you are. I'm not paying for your rainbow damn signatures and shit at different fees either. I'm not playing that stupid ass game. And that right there is why, you know, I'm not farther along in this career than I should be. I say the wrong shit and the wrong people get pissy and they cock block you, you know? No filter. I gotta learn how to play the game, man. I gotta learn how to play the game, man. Gotta learn that technique, that down on one knee and puckering my lips technique. I gotta learn it. Yeah, I've met Marv before. He was a super nice guy, or at least my experience. Now, don't get me wrong, you could have the occasion where you have a bad experience with an artist because they're having a bad day. So I always tell everyone, if somebody kind of acts a little odd or acts a little rude the first time, don't take it too personal because they could be having a bad day. There's no telling what the fan was right before you that started some shit, but give them the benefit of the doubt, and then the next time you see them, if they do it to you again, you can bet money that's just who they are as a person. Now, to be fair, I worked in the casino world for 10 years as a dealer and a bartender, and one of the things we had to learn how to do was you know, let shit slide at when we're at work. So, I mean, to be fair, I do have a little bit of an advantage that, or anyone who's had to work in that type of world has a little bit of an advantage, because we have to be able to, have someone yell and scream at us, spit in our face, or whatever else, and then us automatically go from being frustrated or pissed to putting on another good show for the next person that walks up to our table to play. That's just our job. So I do think that helps a lot when you have that type of world that you come from. I definitely think it helps. you know so because I mean, there's going to be days I have bad days. I mean, because I mean, we do have it. We do have it, the rough side of it. I mean, you're traveling to the con, then you're in a hotel, and then you're up at the crack of dawn the next morning getting ready for the show. Then you're at the show for 10 hours, 12 hours in some cases. Then you go back and you're waiting 2 hours to get a meal because it's a Friday night or Saturday night, and all the restaurants are slammed. So, you're not getting food till, 10 o'clock at night. And then you're, going to the hotel and you're working on commissions and stuff till, midnight or 2 in the morning. Then you're up at 6 a.m. the next morning again to do it all over. And you're doing that for, 3 days, 4 days in some cases. So it's real easy to be ill and have a bad day. But like I said, there are a lot of people that walk around with this "don't you know who I am" bullshit. Yeah, see that, I always tell everybody, give somebody the benefit of the doubt. But now there's a difference. Like, there is a difference though between someone just being having a bad day, and that's probably what it is, to someone just having this shit ass attitude about, like, don't you know who I am kind of mentality. Superman. Yeah, yeah. Everybody can have a bad day. So that's what I usually tell people is, if you go up to an artist at a con and they seem kind of snappy with you or kind of short with you, like I said, there's no telling what happened right before you got there. Just realized something I didn't draw my other little finger right there. Try them the next day or walk back down there later that day and see how it goes. Because it truly could just be, where the hell did my damn eraser go, man? Anymore. They definitely could just be having a bad day. It is possible. Yep. Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes. Yeah. It's happened with me, because like I said, you never know what, you know, the person that was just up there right before you. There's no telling what that dude could have said, out of line or disrespectful or hell, even this day and age, you never know what other artist walked up to that artist table and made some snide ass damn comment. I've seen that too. Because sadly, that's another thing that you see happen sometimes is, again, these artists that think they're more important than everybody else wants to walk up to an artist and tell them what they should and shouldn't do with their tables. So you see and that'll piss you off big time as an artist when someone else wants to walk up and tell you what you should be doing. You know, I'm a big believer. You don't tell nobody what to do with their shit unless you're paying the bills for it. Then you got an opinion. Then you can have an opinion. But until you're paying for my hotel fees, my table fees, my travel fees, you don't get to have an opinion on what I should do with my business. So, you never know. It could have been one of those situations because I've definitely had that happen at several cons. Somebody wanted to walk up and tell me what I need to be doing. I had one well-known artist tell me at a con one time that I was in the wrong for not charging for the signatures on my stuff that people bring for me to sign. It's amazing, man. All right, I need my little brush thing. Hang on, because otherwise I'm gonna smear that damn darker. Um, to be honest, I really don't know. You know, if there was necessarily a specific um um idea. I knew I wanted to do something um horror related, and I knew I wanted to do something that was um serial killer related, just because here over the last, few years, that's been like a hot topic. And it's always been a topic that interested the populace, whether it was documentaries and stuff like that, or even real life serial killers, or excuse me, yeah, documentaries about real life serial killers or movies. So I knew I wanted to do that. The other thing I wanted to do, what kind of inspired me to do this story first, um, is because of just our obliviousness to everything going on around us. Like, we're so guilty of that shit. Walking across parking lots late at night with our face buried in our phone, not paying any attention to shit going on around us, to getting in our vehicles without actually even bothering to look in the back seat, etc. Um, you know, not paying attention to the vehicles parked next to us in areas. And I think because the amount of people that go missing every year is actually pretty damn staggering if you look at the numbers. And a lot of that stems from, again, people not really paying attention to what's going on around them. So I wanted to do a story that kind of shined a little bit of light on that. And maybe get people a little paranoid to where they pay a little bit more attention. Um, and that's why we kind of, we changed how Psycho Sal operate, or not change how he operates. So that's why we made the way he operates a bit unique. Is to kind of shake that up a little bit, because, like I said, with Psycho Sal, he doesn't hunt like other serial killers. So with him not hunting a certain way, anybody can be a victim type of storytelling. There's no profile to him, etc. It's just kind of to help people kind of wake up a little bit and get out of this little bubble that everybody seems to think they live in. I mean, obviously, everybody thinks they live into a damn bubble because they text and drive. I mean, that right there tells you think you live in a damn bubble, that you don't think nothing can happen to you. Um, oh wow. But yeah, that's a lot of what it had to do with, was just creating this killer that didn't care who you were, didn't care about your sex or your color or your financial background, that he could take anybody he wanted to at any time. Because the really, really terrifying damn thing of it all is, someone could take you, your spouse, your child. They could take anything they wanted from you at any damn time, and there's not shit you could do about it. That's the absolute terrifying thing about the whole concept. And that's what Psycho Sal embodies, is that if he wanted you, he could take you, and there's not shit you could do about it. And that truly plays into the world, because if you really, and I think that's why a lot of people don't think about it, because it's a terrifying concept, that if someone wanted you, they could take you at any time. If someone wanted your child, they could take them at any time, and there's not shit, for the most part, you can do about it, unless you were prepared and ready for it. And let's just be honest, Most people are not. They just aren't. They live in their little cocoon, their little bubble of can't shit happen, and nothing's going to happen to me. Nothing's going to happen to my family, and you see, I mean, hell, you see a little bit of that these days with some of the incidences that have happened where, these technically these shooting scenarios. I mean, those are people just out having a good time, and I mean that could be you. I mean, I'm so damn paranoid about the public. I watch when people are walking up to me. I watch where their hands are. Now, a lot of that also came from working security, in the clubbing world as a bouncer and stuff like that. You're taught to what to pay attention to, mannerisms and attitudes, and the way someone carries himself, where their hands are, the entire time, what they're looking at, how they're looking around them. So you're taught a lot of that in that world. That helps. But so like I won't sit with my back facing a door in a restaurant. I if I'm in a bowling alley with friends, I'm at the farthest end of the bowling alley, where I can see the entirety of a bowling alley. If I'm in a bar, I'm sitting on the side of the bar farthest from the door so I can see what's going on. Like I'm super paranoid about the world. And like I said, a lot of that comes from working in that world where you have to pay attention to what's going on around you, because someone could have a knife, someone could have a gun, someone, could be definitely looking to do someone harm. So you kind of learn that, in that world, and you kind of apply it to everything else. But you really got to pay attention. Yeah, that's been one of the biggest things that we've heard from fans so far that they really loved about Sal was that fact, he didn't have a pattern, that he doesn't care about the personal attributes of someone. He's just here to cause chaos and terror, and that's all he cares about. And he'll do it to anyone. It doesn't matter one bit to him whether you're old or young or whatever color. Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, I'd have to double check, but I thought Ramirez was the one. I thought Ramirez was the one that hunted, like, what was it? Who was the one that hunted just blonde women or brunette women? I can't remember. Yeah, you do, man. When you work in, when you work in security, in a high danger, not danger areas, yeah, you learn to watch every damn thing around you. That's just the way it goes. Um, oh, was it 10? Okay. I knew one of them. I couldn't remember which one. I used to know all that shit like the back of my hand, but I'm thinking this is going to be a cover for one of the next Psycho Sal books. I'm looking at the. Yeah, I know Ramirez was the Night Stalker. Um, yeah, the cover I did for the Ripper Gene actually had. Oh, did I accidentally delete? No, did I delete it? Shit, did I? Interesting. Oh, I guess I deleted it off my computer by accident. Yeah, I did a cover for the Ripper Gene that has one side's Freddy Krueger, one side's Ramirez. Yeah, I could have sworn I had. I mean, I know I had it on my computer. I don't know why it's not there. That's weird. Let me see if I can find it. It's on. It's on. I think it's still in Kickstarter right now, but I've done some covers for them, and the covers that I've done, it's a play on um, um, it's a play on our obsession with serial killers, both movie and real life. And where the hell did I just save that to? Interesting. Why is that not? Why is that not saving? I'm trying to save it to show you. Let's see, did that one work? Yeah, there we go. So I've done 4 covers for the Ripper Gene. One is the first cover I did was for their previews book, and it had Jack the Ripper on the cover. Then the second one had Jason Voorhees, and this is the Virgin copy here. So sorry, the logo's missing, but it's Jason Voorhees and John Wayne Gacy. And then the second cover I did with them was Leatherface and Jeffrey Dahmer. And then the final, or not final cover, but the next cover idea was Ramirez and Freddy Krueger. So those have been fun ones to do covers for. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I think that Kickstarter's still going. And Jason's a super cool dude, a great creator, artist in his own right. So make sure you guys check out his Kickstarter. The link is on my page there somewhere. But Jason's definitely a good one for you guys to follow and to back also with his project. So definitely check that out. You won't regret it. But yeah, you can get my cover off his Kickstarter, the newest one, the Freddie and Ramirez. The next cover I'll be doing for them for the final Ripper Gene book is I think I'm doing Michael Myers and I think I'm doing I think I'm gonna do Michael Myers, and I don't know if I picked the serial killer yet. Probably maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I'm going to use as a serial killer on that one. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do for that one. Rage. I want to do cold. Maybe a big ass moon. Classic kind of horror movie feel there, you know? Yeah. Oh, well, then you'll be real damn excited about the next covers for the next cover for my Hardly Thin that's under my label. So for Hardly Thin, I've done horror themes also. There's one with her and Jason Voorhees, one with her and Freddy Krueger, her and Leatherface, and the next cover I'll be doing for that will be Hardly Thin and Michael Myers. So yeah, that one's coming also. Yeah, those books were a big hit too. The Hardly Thin horror run. People ate that book up. Now, of course, when this gets inked, all of this will be in black. I'm just one of those weird artists. I fully render my pencils. Even though I know what I'm doing, I could just do the loose design, leave out all this black, scan it, reprint it out for inking, and put all the blacks. But some people like to buy the original art, and so I try to give them as much of a rendered pencil design as I can, so they have something really cool to hang on their wall or whatever. This isn't the way most artists operate. They'll do a real loose, like none of this black would be in here. It would look more like this one, and then there'd be little X's everywhere where black is supposed to be. And then they would add all that in the inking process. But give it just a little bit of that classic horror movie kind of feel, you know? Yeah. H. Holmes was actually on my list when originally it was 6 issues to the book, and I think there's 5 now. It was going to be H. Holmes and Jigsaw because they both kind of deal with traps and stuff like that. But now they switched the books from 6 issues to 5 issues. So, and I've done the other, what I consider the 4 horsemen of slashers: Jason, Jason, Freddy, Leatherface, and Michael Myers. I personally consider them, like I mentioned, the 4 horsemen of slashers. So then May. Um, of course, got to have it raining. Psycho Sal is always in the rain. But yeah, he was on the list. There we go. A little splatter of rain. Now, what'll happen on the inking process with this is because there's so much black, everything will be dimmed way down, way down. Then you'll see white streaks going through this instead of black streaks. Then you'll see sprinkles of, white around his shoulders and his cowl and stuff where the rain's hitting and bouncing off. So you'll see a lot more of that come into effect with the inked version. Hey, what's up, Frederick? So that'll get scanned now into the computer. It'll get reprinted back out in what's called non-photo blue ink. And then that's where the inking process will take place over everything. So it'll be like just a little bit of light here and there reflecting off things. Thank you. Thank you. All right, what else? You know what? Hang on a second. I'm gonna scan this real quick, and you guys will be able to see what I'm talking about. Won't take me but a moment. All right. All right. Bear with me a second. This won't take too long, but let me get it scanned and then we'll print it back out and you guys will see what I'm talking about with the inking process. So you saw the rough layout design, you saw the process through to the final pencils. So now you guys will get to see so bear with me a second. Oh, so we scan it at 400 DPI or better. Let me get my tools out. All right, so now we've got it scanned. So that'll go into Photoshop. Now we will go to hue and saturation. We'll colorize it. And then we change the specs on it to 180 by 70 by and we print that at 11 by 17. All right, now we print it. All right. Now we have it in non-photo blue ink. Oh, well, I'm not using Photoshop to create any paintbrushes. Only thing I use Photoshop for is to print the stuff right back out. That is it. That's the extent of my Photoshop. It should have been a little lighter than that, but that'll be okay. Like I said, non-photo blue ink, so. So now we just got to go back in and put, all of our. So now we just box everything. Something like that. Pins about out. Okay. Break out the big boy. Urgh. I'll go back in with a smaller marker and fill in some of those sections. Yeah, that's a big marker. Thank you, sir. Want a lot of blackness through there. Cold, wasted away. That one's about had it too. Let me grab a different marker. You'll notice this one's about out of ink. So it creates like this little kind of mid-tone, purplish looking. create like a little mid-tone with it. And I'll go back with a smaller pen and create those points again. Oh, sorry, I'm a little quiet there. I'm just kind of pay attention to this inking. Choo-choo. Had a little bit of, breaks in that. Definitely want to leave the staples up. All right, so now we just so we want to do something like that. So now we want to kind of tighten up some of those areas. I think I want to tighten that mouth up just a little too. And then we'll push that back a little bit more. Let's see, I don't like that line. It makes this jaw look too wide. Okay. And then a few lines that carry over like that. Take that out. I dropped my pen. Man. Excuse me. Put that like that. Side. Real. push all that back a little bit more. Thank you, Mike. Dun, 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 dun. Mama told me when I was young, she sit beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say, and do this, or it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah, it will. Time, don't live too fast. Couples will come and they will pass. And the woman, and you'll find love. Don't forget not, there is someone up above. It's not too bad. Like I said, it'll be, it'll come more to life, of course, in the coloring process. I'm kind of going a little overboard. I normally don't do like this much. But again, it's kind of meant to you lost which man's gold I need now is in your soul. You can do this, oh baby, if you try. Living on the stand. So we're going to push everything back even farther. Like I said, you're not going to see tons of him. If I little say. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it, man. Oh yeah, yeah, good dudes. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'll watch like a lot of times I'm sitting in the living room working, and I'll have YouTube videos playing in the background. Watching some of these other artists creating stuff, and it's always really cool. I don't like that one over there. Simple. Ooh, I got the hiccups. All right, now it's a heavy rainy night. Yep, yep. I do the same thing, man. I like hearing them talk about, and that's why I wish more artists would do this in general, where they interact with the fans. A lot of artists don't do it. I don't really understand why. I don't really get that because they're already drawing. And, I don't know. Maybe some. I mean, to be fair, some artists are paranoid and they don't like showing their process of doing things. Um, so to be fair, that happens too. You actually do have. I thought I wanted those more white, but you know what? I'm gonna push those back too. Everybody knows what Psycho Sal looks like, so yeah, there we go. I like that better. Yeah, they're real. They can be real weird sometimes about that. I've seen artists where they're using white pens and stuff, and I'll be like, hey guys, what kind of pen is that you're using? And you can't get them to answer shit. They'll even use stuff where the labels are turned to where you can't see what it is. Like there's a lot, there's a lot of paranoid ass artists running around for strange reasons. I mean, I'll share my tools with anyone. It's not that big a damn deal. But I think that could be, I really do think that could be part of it. You got, like I said, you got artists that are a bit paranoid, and then you got some artists that are, yeah, legit using other shortcuts, and they don't want people to think they're not drawing something magically out of their head. Whether they're, I don't know, light boxing or 3D modeling or whatever the case they might be doing. Um, they don't want to, talk about it. It's a bit strange for sure, but whatever. All right, now I need this right here. Move this piece of art out of the way so I don't damage it. Yeah, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with being slow. I mean, the speed comes later. That's just experience. Um, you know, whether you're brand new, let's see, do I want to do? even if you're brand new and oh, my ankle, you know, fans still want to, would like to hear from you. Um, all right, so what we're doing right there is now we'll take run that lightning through the white. Same thing with my head. Yeah, I'm the same way. I love watching artists create. I watch a lot of David Finch videos, Jim Lee, and Ryan Benjamin, and a bunch of others. I love seeing them create. I truly do wish more artists would do it. That pen does okay, but it just does not do as good as me. Oh. Make it through. But these do better. Oh, you. Oh, yes. Yeah. All right, so we got that in there. All right, now we will take this. Get away. Your breath right out of me. Make it through. I need something. Death of you. Out of me. Heart should be. Get through. I haven't tried any Molotov like actual ink pens. Like I do their paint pens for certain things, but I've never tried an actual inker by them. Clearly. Now, let's see. I'll go watch that in a second. Listen, world pass me by. Now, where did my little flickety flick pen go? Apologize. Apologize. Let's see what will work. Damn it. This will work. Will that work? Yeah, I think this will work. Okay. Under. Now, this is what you do when you need some big splatters. Boom, boom. Side. What was right? That's what you do when you need big splatters. Yes, you use toothbrush for small splatters. You use flickety flick for big splatters because you're not going to get those big splatters with a toothbrush. Not going to happen. So you do a mixture. Yeah, boy. Side. Really listen. World passing me by. So now you have depth. You have little splatters, big splatters, yada, 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 yada. Oh, what was right? Apologize. All right, now we're going to add a little. Normally, I don't mess with any of this on the inking process. So like I said, we kind of do it in the coloring. But you know what? You guys are here, so we're going to have a little fun. Oh, apologize. All right. Okay, watch that water. Get out of there. Makes it a little bit of thinner. I'm gonna add a little glow. Just a little glow around him, so it's got the lightning in the background. A little glow there for the moon. See how it looks without that glare. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. All right. Let's see. Do I want? I still feel like maybe those lips are just showing a little too much. The abyss is my mom. All right, hang on a second. Bear with me. All right. I'm thinking maybe a darker gray. Let's see. Yeah, I think I want to go a little darker like that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works like that. I pushed it back just a little bit more, but I think that works. Where'd my pen go? Mm-hmm. Pull that one little speckle out of there. All right, let's see. I swear I think I'm missing a pencil or a pen or something. Not too bad. I think it's pretty cool. Um, not too bad. I think it'll work. Push that stuff back a little. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Oh, all right, guys. I think I'm going to get off for a little bit. We've been live for about almost 2.5 hours. I think I'm going to get off, grab some lunch. Hang on before anybody. Man, people should have stuck around. So here's a giveaway for you. Guess they should have hung out, man. How about a giveaway? Ice Cream Man, number 25, Image Comics. The cover I did, retail exclusive for that book. So there you go. Let me pick my number. As always, I'll tell you to pick a number between such and such and pick only one number only. Yeah, pick one number only. Even if you see someone else pick the same number, don't worry about it. There's like 4 of you here. Pick a number between 1 and 15. Pick a number between 1 and 15, and you will win that signed copy of Ice Cream Man number 25. Where's my gold pen at? $30 exclusive. Can't beat that just for hanging out and chitty chatting. Oh, looks like we got 2 people watching. You know what? Let's see. How many people are in here right now? Is it just Kevin and Mike? Which I know camera is kind of bouncing in and out. Is that it? Just Kevin and Mike? Is that the only ones in here right now? People gonna have to learn how to pay attention and hang out for a little bit. All right, I guess so. I guess it's just Kevin and Mike. All right, so yeah. All right, that's okay. Let's see. Cameron won the other day. So there's that one. I picked number 8. So Kevin got the closest to number 8, so he'll get the ice cream man. And you know what, Mike? You can have a copy of Vampirella number 18 that I did the exclusive cover for Dynamite Comics. So there you go, Mike. That's you. Send me your address. You guys make sure I have your address. All right, there you go. Cameron won one the other day, so there you go, guys. All right. Oh, no problem, man. No problem. You guys been hanging out, chit chatting, so everybody else just gonna have to learn to start paying attention. Cameron won one the other day, or won a couple the other day, so I'm sure Cameron doesn't mind if I just give the other one to Mike. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I really do. Thank you so much for spending some time. Excuse me. But I'm going to get off here, grab some lunch, probably try to just chill for a little bit. I just kind of wanted to knock that out because I haven't made up my mind yet. This might be the cover for Psycho Sal number 6. I haven't fully decided. I knew I wanted to do something a little different, a little more creepy kind of way in a way. But I don't know yet. I don't know if this will just be a fan piece or whether this will be a cover piece. But anyway, you guys make sure I have your address. You guys be safe. Have a great day. Enjoy your day, your Sunday. And I'm going to go do the same. But anyway, thank you guys again for hanging out. Congrats to the folks that got some giveaways. If you missed out on giveaways, man, all I can tell you is just pay attention. Do the best you can. You never know when I'll be doing giveaways. But you guys have a great day. Thank you again for hanging out. Talk to you later.